I wake before the sunlight brushes the cold window glass. Quiet air gathers softly where the shadows pass. Cafe lights flicker gently on this pale winter day, and the world feels slower in the softest quiet way. I wrap my hands around a cup that still remembers your warmth, letting every breath settle like a quiet northern storm. Outside winter drips slowly building softly in the sky, and the thought of you lingers though the night has passed by. The morning hums a faint and distant tune, like winter whispering under the fading moon. If I close my eyes, I still feel you near, soft as the glow of a memory, warm and sincere. And I breathe slow as the daylight starts to rise, tracing winter colors running through the sky. Even if the cold wind knocks upon my door, your warmth stays with me a little more. The streets outside blur beneath the quiet falling light. Snow begins to gather where the day meets the night. People pass by wrapped in scarves of fading blue, yet somehow the air feels gentler when I think of you. The chair across from me still holds your silent shape, like a past winter memory I cannot escape. I sip the warmth slowly, letting time unfold, letting winter soften everything it holds. And I breathe slow as the daylight starts to rise, tracing winter colors running through the sky. Even if the cold wind knocks upon my door, your warmth stays with me a little more. If the first snow falls before I speak your name, will the winter night still glow the same? If the lights go dim and the cafe quiets down, I'll keep your warmth with me in this small winter town. And I breathe slow as the morning finds its place, watching winter paint its silence on my face. Even when the cold drifts deeper than before, your warmth stays with me forevermore. In the quiet light before the first snow starts, I hold your warmth inside my winter heart.
Before the sunlight brushes the cold window glass, quiet air gathers softly where the shadows pass. Cafe lights flicker gently on this pale winter day, and the world feels slower in the softest quiet way. I wrap my hands around a cup that still remembers your warmth, letting every breath settle like a quiet northern storm. Outside winter drips slowly building softly in the sky, and the thought of you lingers though the hours pass by. The morning hums a faint and distant tune, like winter whispering under the fading moon. If I close my eyes, I still feel you near, soft as the glow of a memory, warm and sincere. And I breathe slow as the daylight starts to rise, tracing winter colors running through the sky. Even if the cold wind knocks upon my door, your warmth stays with me a little more. The streets outside blur beneath the quiet falling light. Snow begins to gather where the day meets the night. People pass by wrapped in scarves of fading blue, yet somehow the air feels gentler when I think of you. The chair across from me still holds your silent shade, like a pause when a memory I cannot escape. I sip the warmth slowly, letting time unfold, letting winter soften everything it holds. And I breathe slow as the daylight starts to rise, tracing winter colors running through the sky. Even if the cold wind knocks upon my door, your warmth stays with me a little more. If the first snow falls before I speak your name, will the winter night still glow the same? If the lights go dim and the cafe quiets down, I'll keep your warmth with me in this small winter town. And I breathe slow as the morning finds its place, watching winter paint its silence on my face. Even when the cold drifts deeper than before, your warmth stays with me forevermore. In the quiet light before the first snow starts, I hold your warmth inside my winter heart.
Settle softly in the quiet winter room, casting gentle shapes against the shadows in the gloom. I hold a cup that warms my hands in slow embrace, letting every breath fall lightly into place. Snow drifts softly past the window by my side, moving like a memory I keep trying to hide. The world feels slower when the light begins to climb, and the warmth you left behind still lingers in this time. The cafe hums a distant tone beneath soften from the passing years. The light inside the room feels deeper than before, and I hold on to its presence just a little more. If winter asks me gently what I'm trying not to lose, I'll say I'm keeping moments I can finally choose. A warmth that stays in silence even when you're gone. A quiet comfort rising with the slowly growing dawn. When the snow moves softer in the quiet morning air, I let the world fall gently as it settles everywhere. And in the calm that holds the room before the day begins, I feel a warm light staying softly where your memory lives.
The morning rises slowly over the quiet winter street, painting pale reflections along the window seat. I hold the warmth of a cup that glows against my hands, letting the silence shape the day, gentle winter strands. Snow moves softly through the early light, floating like memories that never leave my sight. Every breath outside turns to silver in the air, while the room stays warm with the thought of you still there. I listen to the way the world becomes a softer shade, like winter humming low inside. The music that we made, the cafe feels like shelter from a sky too cold to speak, and I sink into its warmth that settles quiet and deep. Your voice remains a whisper, hanging lightly by the door, a trace of something fragile that I still long for. I take a slow breath as the morning finds its glow, wondering if the winter wind still remembers where to go. Snow gathers gently on the corners of the scene, turning every distant sound calm and clean. People passing by leave footprints lining white, while I wander in the moment, softened by the light. I sip the fading warmth before it slips away, letting memories return in their own unhurried way. If I close my eyes, I feel the morning settle near, resting like a quiet echo only I can hear. And through it all the snow keeps breathing in the dawn, cooling every thought before the daylight pulls it on. Still inside this warmth I keep a space for you, a place where winter softens into something true. The world outside grows brighter as the hours start to flow, but inside this quiet moment I move slow. If the morning asks me what I'm waiting for, I'll say I'm holding on to warmth a little longer than before. And when the snow drifts softly past the window's gentle light, I let the winter fade into the day, becoming white in the calm that fills the room before the morning's fully grown. I hear the quiet breathing of the snow, and I am not alone.
Evening settles softly through the quiet winter air, painting gentle shadows on the walls that stand so bare. I sit beside the fading light that lingers on the floor, a fragile warmth remaining where your footsteps were before. The piano hums a slow and steady tone, a whisper through the silence telling me I'm not alone. I hold a cup that's losing heat but still remembers you, letting every breath fall softly in a shade of muted blue. Snow outside begins to drift across the muted night, turning every distant sound into something soft and white. The room grows warmer with the memory you left behind, a quiet glow that settles gently on my mind. I keep the lamp beside me dim, just barely giving light, letting winter's calm surround me in the ever-slowing night. Your presence feels like something in the air I cannot see, a quiet thread that gently keeps its place inside of me. The evening brings a silence that I somehow understand, a moment shaped by memories I hold within my hand. I listen to the winter as it hums a distant tune, soft as fading daylight falling underneath the moon. I take a breath that trembles as the room grows still and deep, a place where gentle echoes gather softly while I sleep. If I whisper out your name, I wonder if it stays, caught within the quiet warmth that fills these winter days. Snow gathers on the windowsill in slowly quiet lines, marking time in subtle ways that soften all the signs. I feel the night embrace me as it settles on my skin, a calmness deep and fragile rising quietly within. And in the fading hour before the winter night is through, I feel the quiet warmth returning in a shade of you. In this gentle room where evening leaves its tender light, I stay a little longer in the calm of winter night.
The night fades slowly as the winter morning breeze leaving quiet traces on the glass where the cold wind weaves. I rest beside the window where your shadow used to fall, letting silence sit softly in the corners of it all. The piano hums a lonely tune beneath the quiet air, a sound that moves like memories I barely even bear. I hold the warmth of yesterday inside my gentle hands, feeling winter settle softly in the spaces where it lands. Snow drifts slightly past the world that's still asleep, softening the echoes that the distant footsteps keep. The room grows warmer with the thought of you again, like a quiet voice returning through the falling winter rain. I let my breath fall slowly as the quiet finds my chest, thinking of the moments when our silence felt the best. The winter hums a note that I can almost hear you sing, a fragile little melody wrapped inside the morning's ring. Your presence lingers gently where the fading shadows stay, a tender shape of something that I never put away. I close my eyes and listen to the warmth beneath the cold, wondering how your memory still feels quiet, bright and bold. Snow gathers softly on the edges of the dawn, turning distant sorrow into something soft and drawn. If I speak your name aloud, I wonder where it goes. Is it carried by the winter wind or held beneath the snow? The morning grows but keeps its silence next to me, a place where time slows down enough to let me see. I hold on to the warmth that winter never seems to take, a gentle truth that settles softly every time I wake. And in the quiet hour before the day begins its rise, I feel your warmth returning lightly through the skies. In the room where winter lingers with its calm and gentle ways, I stay a little longer where the winter quiet stays.
Stretching softened shadows through the slowly fading gloom. I sit beside the window where the day begins to tire, watching all the muted colors fold into the quiet fire. The piano moves with tenderness, a warm and steady line, filling every corner with a calm that feels like mine. I hold a little warmth that lingers softly in my hands, fragile trace of comfort winter always understands. Snow drifts past the lamplight in a slowly falling sweep, gathering the silence that the evening tries to keep. Each flake seems like a whisper of a moment left behind, softly touching memories I thought I'd never find. I breathe along the quiet where the shadows intertwine, feeling winter settle in the spaces that are mine. The room grows deep with stillness as the fragile hours pass, and every breath grows softer on the cold and frosted glass. The lamp beside me spreads a dim and golden glow, painting warmth across the room in lines that ebb and flow. I watch the gentle shimmer fall upon the resting floor, wondering what pieces of the day return a little more. Footsteps in the distance fade beneath the drifting snow, leaving only silence where the tender moments go. I close my eyes and feel the winter hum against the night, a quiet reassurance in the fading amber light. The world outside is slowing as the sky grows faint and blue, sending all the softened echoes of the day back through. And in the tender calm that winter softly seems to bring, I hear a quiet melody beneath the evening's wing. As the last light fades in gentle trails across the scene, I sit within the stillness where the winter feels serene, and in the calm that settles on the quiet evening air, I stay a little longer with the soft light resting there. Drifts softly through the quiet cafe air, touching every corner with a glow that feels so rare. I sit beside the window as your voice begins to rise, a gentle warmth that moves like something calm across the sky.
You sit across from me with hands wrapped softly around your cup,
And when you breathe a quiet word, the silence opens up. Our voices blend together like the snow outside the pane, falling in a rhythm only winter can explain. You speak in gentle tones that settle lightly in the room, and I reply with words that drift beneath the fading gloom. The world beyond the window slows its heartbeat to our sound, as if the winter light itself was waiting just to settle down. Your voice returns like something warm the morning left behind, a color in the quiet that I didn't know I'd find.
I answer softly as the snow begins to gather on the street.
faces tracing patterns where the gentle snowfall meets. The room grows deeper with the fading of the day, and still our words keep finding all the things we meant to say. The warmth between us lingers like the glow that fills the night, gentle as a candle shining low in soft and quiet light. You smile and let your voice fall gently through the air again, and I respond with quiet notes that echo where we've been. Our sound becomes a harmony that winter seems to hold, a fragile warmth that stays no matter how the night grows cold. Snow settles softly on the world that waits outside, softening the footsteps where the fading moments hide. I listen to your voice and let my own drift out to you, a quiet melody that finds its way, shades of winter blue. And as the soft pop rhythm hums beneath the snowy glow, our voices fall together in a pace that only winter knows. Inside this gentle room where time moves slowly through the night, we sing a quiet moment held within the winter light. The winter morning unfolds softly across the fading night, tracing gentle shadows in the corners touched by light. I sit beside the window where the world is wrapped in white, listening to the quiet breath that lingers out of sight. The piano settles slowly through the calm inside the room, a fragile sound that drifts beneath the soft and tender gloom. I hold a cup that warms my hands just long enough to stay, a gentle spark of comfort in the chill of winter's day. Outside the snow is falling with a patience all its own, laying down a quiet path where only hush is known. Each flake becomes a whisper of the things we used to say, softly echoing the memories that never fade away. I breathe along the rhythm of the slowly shifting air, feeling something tender moving quietly in there. The winter silence deepens as the world grows faint and slow, and every breath reminds me of the warmth I used to know. A single lamp beside me spreads a dim and golden glow, filling up the empty space where shadows come and go. I listen to the gentle hum that winter seems to cast, a quiet song that drifts along the echoes of the past. Snow along the windowsill begins to blur the glass, softening the edges as the quiet moment The world outside grows stiller as the sky begins to gray, carrying the fragile hush that winter brings each day. Inside this little room, where everything slows down, I find a quiet breath between the snow that falls without a sound. And as the morning brightens in a soft and muted line, I feel a gentle warmth returning somewhere deep inside, in the quiet shaped by winter and the softness that it shows. I stay within the moment where the falling snow still flows.
The winter room grows quiet as the morning starts to rise, casting faded silver shadows underneath the skies. I sit beside the trembling light that settles on the floor, listening to an echo I have heard so long before. The piano breathes a gentle note that sinks into the air, moving like a memory that I never meant to share. I hold the fading warmth that lingers softly in my chest, a quiet piece of something that the winter knows the best. Snow along the window melts in slowly drifting lines, blurring out the moments that I once believed were mine. The calm becomes a blanket that the morning gently weaves, wrapping every fragile thought the winter never leaves. I take a breath that trembles with the softness of the day, wondering what pieces of the past refuse to fade away. The silence folds around me like a shadow in the light, holding everything that lingers in the fading winter night. The lamp beside me glows in amber through the gentle dawn, casting shapes of quiet on the memories that have gone. I trace the warmth you left behind within the echo sigh, a whisper that remains no matter how the moments fly. Footsteps in the distance fade beneath the drifting snow, softening the questions of the things I used to know. I close my eyes and listen to the winter settle near, feeling echoes underneath the quiet that I hold so dear. The world grows pale and tender as the morning starts to bloom, spreading winter's fragile calm across the corners of the room. And in the hush that lies beneath the slowly rising light, I hear the final echo breathing softly out of sight. I linger for a moment where the quiet seems to stay, letting winter guide the thoughts that never fade away. And as the dawn grows brighter in a calm, unhurried tune, I stay with all the echoes held beneath the winter room.
The winter room grows brighter as the morning starts to bloom, casting gentle lines of light that slide across the room. I sit with quiet warmth held softly in my open hands, listening to the winter hum in ways it understands. The soft pop rhythm settles lightly underneath my breath, moving like a gentle tide that never thinks of death. I watch the drifting snowfall leave a softness on the glass, a fragile little moment slipping quietly as it passes. The EP keys unfold like warmth returning through the air, filling empty corners with a glow that feels so rare. I smile into the quiet where the morning slowly grows, feeling something peaceful in the way the winter flows. Your voice returns in whispers from a place I cannot see, a faint and distant comfort softly reaching out to me. I let the gentle rhythm weave itself around the day, a quiet winter melody that never fades away. The cafe hums a subtle tune beneath the lifting light, blending with the snowfall drifting softly out of sight. I take a careful breath and let the moment settle in, feeling warmth begin to gather where the day is set to begin. The world outside is pale but softly waking into blue, and every little shadow seems to shift in shades of you. I trace the lines of brightness as they find the wooden floor, feeling winter open gently like a half-forgotten door. As the morning grows, the rhythm holds me in its gentle sway, carrying a tenderness that winter gives away. And in the soft pop glow that fills the quiet winter room, I stay a little longer where the gentle mornings bloom.
The early winter sky grows pale above the quiet room, drawing soft and faded shadows through the gentle gloom. I sit beside the window where the morning hardly shows, listening to the echoes of a warmth the season slowly knows. The piano drifts in subtle lines that settle in the air, moving like a memory I never meant to share. A fragile glow remains within the spaces of my chest, a warmth that winter keeps beneath the silence it rests. Snow begins to fall again in thin and wandering streams, closing off the distant edges of forgotten dreams. The quiet deepens slowly as the morning takes its time, painting muted colors in a world without a sign. I breathe along the rhythm of a day that moves so slow, feeling every moment in the stillness start to grow. The winter wind hums softly as it lingers near the glass, a quiet whisper fading with the seconds as they pass. A single lamp beside me spills a dim and golden trace, casting warmth across the corners of this tender, quiet space. I follow where the light falls as it rests upon the floor, wondering what remains of all the warmth that came before. Footsteps in the snow fade gently out of sight, joining with the silence of the early winter light. I close my eyes and feel the calm that settles in the room, a subtle truth that grows beneath the softly rising gloom. The world outside grows pale beneath the widening sky, softening the questions I no longer ask or try. And in the quiet morning shaped by winter's gentle hold, I find the fading warmth returning in the cold. As the dawn unfolds in muted lines across the day, I linger in the stillness where the quiet chooses to stay. And in the fragile glow beneath the early winter sky, I hold the warmth that softly fades but never says goodbye. Grows deeper as the quiet starts to rise,
casting tender lines of silver in the corners of our eyes.
You breathe a gentle whisper as you settle near the light,
And I follow every shadow drifting softly through the night. Your voice moves like a memory in the slowly falling air, a fragile trace of warmth that lingers quietly somewhere. My words begin to wander in the calm you seem to keep, a quiet kind of comfort resting where the hours sleep. Snow drifts past the window in a pale and fading glow, closing off the distant world the winter starts to know.
You speak in softened rhythms that my thoughts cannot ignore,
And I answer with a whisper I've forgotten once before. The piano fills the silence with a warm and steady line,
guiding every fragile thought that's halfway yours and mine.
Your breath becomes a gentle sound that settles on the glass, and I breathe along the rhythm as the slower moments pass.
Two voices drifting softly in the quiet winter room,
touching all the hidden places, sleeping in the gloom. You rest your thoughts beside me as the lamplight starts to fade, and I hold the warmth you offer in the stillness we have made.
Snow along the windowsill begins to blur the night, softening the outlines where our memories take flight.
Your voice becomes a harmony that wraps around the air,
And I meet your gentle cadence with the truth we somehow share.
the winter hush grows deeper as the hours slip away,
Folding all our tender thoughts in shades of silver gray.
two voices held together in the winter's quiet glow, resting in the calm beneath the softly falling snow. And as the midnight settles where the drifting lights belong,
We linger in the quiet where the winter keeps us strong.
two voices breathing softly in the stillness of the room, staying close a little longer in the calm the night assumes. The winter light drifts softly across the quiet afternoon, painting fading golden edges in the tender warming bloom. I sit within the stillness where the shadows start to rise, watching all the softened colors fill the space behind my eyes. The soft pop rhythm settles in a gentle steady sway, guiding all the quiet thoughts that slowly shape the day. Snow outside the window forms a pale and gleaming line, falling with a softness that feels almost like a sign. The epic is unfolding, calm that spreads across the room, returning little moments from the morning's gentle gloom. I follow where the warm light falls along the wooden floor, listening to the echoes of the winter once before. My breath becomes a lullaby that rises through the quiet, moving like a fragile wave in patterns soft and private. The cafe hum blends lightly with the glow that gently grows, and I feel the warmest moments gather where the lamplight flows. The snowfall shifts in silver as the daylight starts to fade, weaving through the quiet scenes the winter afternoon has made. I let the tender rhythm drift beneath the warming light, feeling every little comfort settle softly out of sight. The world outside grows hazy and it's softly deepening hue, and every shade of brightness seems to carry traces of you. I trace the lines of shadow laid across the resting floor, wondering how the calm returns a little more. As the soft pop warmth begins begins to gather toward the close. I linger in the stillness where the winter gently slows. And in the glow that drifts between the slowly fading light, I stay a little longer in the warmth that feels just right.
The winter evening settles gently in the quiet room, stretching softened shadows through the slowly fading gloom. I sit beside the window where the day begins to tire, watching all the muted colors fold into the quiet fire. The piano moves with tenderness, a warm and steady line, filling every corner with a calm that feels like mine. I hold a little warmth that lingers softly in my hands, a fragile trace of comfort winter always understands. Snow drifts past the lamplight in a slowly falling sweep, gathering the silence that the evening tries to keep. Each flake seems like a whisper of a moment left behind, softly touching memories I thought I'd never find. Breathe along the quiet where the shadows intertwine, feeling winter settle in the spaces that are mine. The room grows deep with stillness as the fragile hours pass, and every breath grows softer on the cold and frosted glass. The lamp beside me spreads a dim and golden glow, painting warmth across the room in lines that ebb and flow. I watch the gentle shimmer fall upon the resting floor, wondering what pieces of the day return a little more. Footsteps in the distance fade beneath the drifting snow, leaving only silence where the tender moments go. I close my eyes and feel the winter hum against the night, a quiet reassurance in the fading amber light. The world outside is slowing as the sky grows faint and blue, sending all the softened echoes of the day back through. And in the tender calm that winter softly seems to bring, I hear a quiet melody beneath the evening's wing. As the last light fades in gentle trails across the scene, I sit within the stillness where the winter feels serene. And in the calm that settles on the quiet evening air, I stay a little longer with the soft light resting there. still as snow begins to fade away, leaving quiet traces on the ground where memories stay. I sit beside the window where the winter shadows lie, watching the last cold breath drift slowly through the sky. The piano hums a fragile note beneath the silent room, a sound that lingers softly like the fading winter gloom. I hold the warmth you left in echoes I can't let go, a gentle truth that settles underneath the fallen snow. Evening gathers softly on the edges of the air, turning every distant sound into a fragile prayer. The quiet feels familiar as it wraps around my chest, a piece of something tender that I always loved the best. Footsteps leave a pattern on the slowly whitening ground, echoing the gentle calm I hear in every sound. I close my eyes and listen to the winter breathing slow, wondering if your memory still knows just where to go. The lamp above me glows in amber through the fading night, casting gentle warmth across the room in softened light. I breathe a quiet rhythm as the moment fills the space, feeling winter settle softly in a fragile, tender grace. Snow along the windowsill begins to lose its shine, fading like the pieces of a memory once mine. Yet in the quiet, after all the falling flakes have gone, I find the warmth you left behind still quietly hanging on. The world outside grows paler as the night begins to rise, touching every shadow with a calm I recognize. And in the stillness after snow, where everything succumbs, I hear the softest whisper of the place where your warmth comes. I linger in the silence as the night grows deep and slow, holding every moment that the winter seems to show. And when the dawn returns to find the world in muted glow, I stay inside the quiet left behind after the snow. Winter midnight settles softly in the quiet room, casting dim and fragile shadows through the lingering gloom. I sit beside the fading light that trembles on the floor, wondering what remains of all the nights we knew before. The piano hums a lonely line that drifts beneath my breath, a slow and steady rhythm moving gently through the depth. I hold a fading warmth that lingers somewhere in my chest, a quiet piece of tenderness the winter holds the best. Snow outside is drifting in a silent patient sweep, folding every fragile thought the night decides to keep. The world becomes a whisper in the slowly frozen air, and every breath grows softer as the moments disappear. I close my eyes and let the winter settle on my skin, feeling something deep and quiet stirring far within. The midnight breeze is gentle as it brushes by the glass, carrying a memory that refuses still to pass. A distant street light flickers through the shadows on the ground, drawing lines of amber where the silent steps are found. I breathe into the calm that winter gently seems to hold, a fragile truth that stays even when the warmth has gone. The hours move unhurried in the faint and muted night, threading all the pieces into something soft and light. And as the quiet deepens through the slowly drifting snow, I hear a subtle echo of the days I used to know. The world outside grows colder as the sky begins to fade, softening the outlines of the memories we made. But in the dimness where the winter midnight softly lies, I find a quiet comfort hiding deep behind my eyes. And as the darkness settles where the gentle hours fall, I linger with the silence that still answers when I call. In the breath held quietly beneath the winter's frozen night, I stay a little longer where the calm remains inside.
The winter light drips softly through the quiet afternoon, falling in a tender line that warms the fading room.
You breathe a gentle sentence that the moment seems to keep,
And I answer with the softness wrapped beneath the hour's sleep. Your voice floats like a ripple on the softly shifting air,
a warmth the winter carries with a tenderness so rare.
I follow where your words go as they settle on the day, and you smile into the quiet in the warmest little way. The EP keys unfold like calm returning from the cold, filling up the empty space with stories left untold. as it circles through the room, and I meet your quiet cadence in the soft and steady bloom. Snow drifts past the window in a gentle downward fall, touching every fragile thought we haven't said at all. Your breath becomes a harmony that settles near my own, and I feel the winter soften in a way I've never known.
Voices blend together like the light upon the floor,
Joining in the places where the silence opens more.
you rest your thoughts beside me in the warmth that slowly grows,
And I let the tender rhythm show the calm the winter knows. The cafe hum becomes a thread that binds the day in two, weaving gentle moments into shades of white and blue.
your voice and mine entwine in lines that shimmer through the air.
A melody of quiet that the winter seems to share. As the afternoon grows deeper in its soft and warming light,
We linger in the moment where the shadows turn to white.
two voices in the winter room where all the calm begins, resting close together where the fading daylight spins. And when the light settles gently in the quiet of the day, we stay within the warmth that winter never takes away. Two voices drifting softly where the gentle hours lie, holding on to something warm that time cannot deny. The winter morning glows in gentle colors through the air, painting soft reflections on the walls that breathe so fair. I hold a cup of fading warmth between my quiet hands, letting every little moment fall in ways a day understands. The soft pop rhythm settles lightly underneath my heart, guiding all the drifting thoughts that morning seems to start. Snow outside the window forms a calm and silver view, a quiet winter shimmer falling softly, slow and true. The EP keys unfold like warmth returning through the cold, a gentle song reminding me of stories still untold. I follow where the light falls as it spreads across the room, softening the shadows, resting in the winter gloom. Your presence comes as something warm the morning tries to keep, a memory that settles where the early hours sleep. I listen to the rhythm moving lightly through the day, wondering which emotions winter carries in its way. The cafe hums a gentle sound beneath the rising glow, blending with the snowfall drifting softly down below. I take a slow and steady breath as quiet fills the scene, feeling morning's tender warmth return in shades unseen. The world outside awakens in a pale and snowy blue, and every line of brightness seems to hold a trace of you. I follow where the light collects upon the wooden floor, feeling winter open gently in the quiet even more. As the soft pop warmth begins to settle in the air, I find a gentle calm in knowing morning's always there. And in the glow that slowly grows beneath the winter light, I stay a little longer where the warmth feels soft and bright.
The winter night grows softer as the final hours fall, tracing gentle lines of quiet where the shadows touch the wall. I sit beside the fading light that lingers in the room, listening to the warmth that still survives the winter gloom. The piano moves in lower tones that drift beneath my breath, a calm and fragile rhythm softly rising from the depth. I feel the quiet settling in the corners of my chest, a tender piece of evening that the winter holds the best. Snow rests on the windowsill in delicate unmoving lines, closing out the distant world where all the silence shines. The night becomes a refuge from the thoughts that never stay, a soft and fading pathway where the fragile hours lay. I breathe into the midnight where the air grows pale and slow, feeling every gentle truth the winter wants to show. A distant echo trembles with the warmth I used to know, and I gather all the moments that return in subtle glow. The lamp beside me flickers with a quiet amber side, casting softened shapes of light as though the day went by. I follow where the shadows fall along the resting floor, wondering which pieces of the night will linger more. The snowfall grows still thinner in the faint and muted air, touching every fragile thought with something warm and rare. I close my eyes and let the winter gather near my skin, feeling something peaceful softly moving deep within. feel the last warmth drifting under slowly darkened skies. As the winter night is ending in a faint and gentle line, I linger in the stillness where the quiet feels like mine. And in the calm that waits between the passing and the dawn, I hold the warmth that stays a little longer, even when the night is gone.